David Whiting from the Orange County Register, and we're back with another edition of How Tough Are You? This time we're also back in Modjeska Canyon. We're going to go all the way to the top of Modjeska Peak. Right now we're about 1,400 feet above sea level. By the time we're done, if we make it, we'll be over 5,000 feet. Make sure you've got plenty of water. I have 100 ounces here. Sunscreen, sunglasses, extra clothing. It's going to be cold up there. It's the winter time. Even in the summertime it can be a little cold up there too. So let's get going. Alright, here we are at the 3-mile mark. Nearly 10 miles to the main divide, and let's say another 3 miles or so to the summit for a round trip total of, yikes, that's a full marathon, about 26 miles. Alright, we've traveled 1,800 feet, but I want to show you a little video I shot just a few days ago. Today's a quiet, hazy day, kind of cool, but at least there's no wind. Take a look at what I faced just a few days ago. David Whiting with the Orange County Register, about 3,000 feet on Saddleback Mountain. Now the point of that video wasn't to show you how much I could shake or not hold onto a camera in big gusts. The point is, as you go up a mountain, conditions change. Okay, so today we're looking at clouds. Definitely, that might explain some of the haze we saw earlier. We're looking right now where dead center Modjeska Peak is. So the rest of the hike, or run, or bike, is going to prove pretty interesting. Yeah, the haze and the clouds sure haven't left us. And by now, we're nearing 11 miles up. That means another 11 miles down. Hoorah! We are on the summit of Modjeska Peak, 5,491 feet above sea level. We're looking at toward the Pacific Ocean, towards San Clemente, coming up into the foothills of the Santa Ana Range. Remember, Ortega Highway to the 241 toll road. There's the road up to Santiago Peak, the higher of the two peaks that make Saddleback, right? And there's the reason why we're on Modjeska Peak. That peak is bristling with antennas, cell phone towers, you name it, it's all built up. Here, at the very summit of Modjeska Peak, we can have an unobstructed 360-degree view. That is San Jacinto. Above Palm Springs, you can take the tram most of the way up, do a little hike to the summit. Now, we're looking at San Gorgonio, the highest mountain in Southern California at 11,500 feet. Sweeping on around across the big valley. Remember that haze? We're above the haze. We're above the clouds, or at least many of them. Looking toward what would be normally the San Bernardino Mountains. They're obscured by clouds, but we can see forever from up here. Look down below. That's the northern end of the Santa Ana mountain range. We've climbed 4,000 feet plus a couple hundred more, and that's the 300-degree sweep from the top of Modjeska Peak. One of the things you want to do when you're planning a trip like this, decide when your turnaround time is. Right now it's almost 2:30. That gives me about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get down to the trailhead before sunset. But I've also got a couple of backups. One, it's almost a full moon tonight, although there's a lot of cloud coverage, so I'm not sure that's going to work. The other, though, is I've got in my backpack a headlamp. So that's a little bit of backup, a little bit of a cushion. You always want to travel with that. At any rate, let's head on down. Alright, well, we're going to say so long before it gets dark. Basically, just got a couple of miles to go here. If you've made it this far, you're definitely going to get back to the car. There's not going to be a brass band celebrating your return. There should be, though,
because you've completed 24 miles, run up or biked up or hiked up 4,000 feet, come down another 4,000 feet. So how tough are you? Pretty darn tough. Join me later for another edition of How Tough Are You? I'm David Whiting with the Orange County Register.